Hello to all my friends out there. Okay, I'm experimenting around with the camera. I still haven't got it right, but it's better than it was. Oh, I forgot to turn on my waterfall. What happened is I bought a defective one and then I had to return it, and then I got this one. That's partly for the feng shui. We'll get into that in a minute. It does make the house really nice once you get the hang of it. There's nothing difficult about it. I did it a long time ago, and it can really make your house nice. I'm not saying go crazy, but some of the stuff anybody could do. I think it actually started during the Ming Dynasty, and the idea was if the dwelling was in such a way it would attract the gods. That's strongly possible, the demigods. Well, I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so I have a meal plan. Chicken, check, we had that. Hamburger, check, we had that. Hot dogs, we had that, check. Mexican, we had that, check. Casserole, we had that, check. And now it's fish. Here's a shot of the meal plan if you want a cheap, easy one. The way I did it is I went into the freezer and I said, what do I have? Well, I had tuna and I had fish sticks, and I didn't feel like eating either, but then I remembered I know how to make these really good tuna melts. So what I have here is an English muffin. I've made this before, but not for a while. So what I do is I pack my freezer full of bread, and so I had English muffins that I bought. I probably bought these, for $1.99. Sometimes I get them for full price. So they would be 20 cents each. So I want to toast my English muffin. Toast without burning. And then I just want to make some tuna. So I just happen to have half a can of yellowfin tuna. How I started, why I went to the yellowfin tuna is I saw this homeless guy, and I said, what is that? And he said, oh, well, it's yellowfin tuna. You want some? And I said, oh, no, I don't want to eat your food. I just wanted to know what you were eating. And he was eating yellowfin tuna, chips, and wine or beer or something like that. And I thought, yeah, that's the trick. You want to find, he had some pretty good looking chips. I also saw a guy eating tortilla chips, a homeless guy, and a big container of salsa. That's not a bad one either. This is not a bad one either. So I have mayonnaise and tuna. And what I did was I squeezed the liquid out of my tuna, and then I rinsed it good twice. And I squeezed it until it was dry. So I think it needs a little bit more. I better check my English muffins. Nope. So what I'm doing is I don't really want to buy more food. Maybe I will buy some fish, some kind of fish, like some frozen salmon or, frozen fish of some sort. But this will be a great little meal. Somebody under comments, and thank you for the comment, said, how about a tuna burger? And that sounded good. But then I remembered the tuna melts, and I actually really, really like this. That is the trick, to find something you really like. Okay, so I have dill pickle, and I have mustard. In my eye. Notice one of my plants is missing. Well, the reason it's missing is I dehydrated it. And I have a book on dehydration around here somewhere. But I didn't know where it was. So I just looked up dehydrating parsley because it was, ooh, my English muffins are perfect. just the way I like them. Okay, I think my tuna needs a little bit more mayo. So this is literally a meal in minutes. I think I need a little bit more relish. The tuna is the most important thing. So if you make 2 halves, you can eat one now and one later. So what I have is I have good cheese, and it could be anything, but I have this habanero and jalapeno cheese. What I try to do is stockpile cheese, sliced cheese. Okay, so I think this is about enough for, I think a half a can would be enough for 2 halves of the English muffin. This is good with any kind of tuna you might have in your stockpile. This is where life gets really cheap. You know, you have stockpile food, or if you start getting a couple of these really kind of inexpensive meals, every once in a while, I'm not saying, you know, to the point of being miserable, but this is a good lunch. Okay, so here is my tuna. And then I just want to put cheese on the top. And then I'll slip it under the broiler for a minute. So since this is rather expensive tuna, it's not expensive, it's 80 cents worth of tuna. But it's enough protein, so I don't need a whole piece of cheese. Half is good enough. Okay, so there you have it. So I'm being cheap. I'm not going to be starving, not at all. I'll just slip this in here for a minute. And my broiler is really hot, so that is awesome. Okay, so now let me show you my, okay, so this gave me hope because, you know, I can't find chives easily, so I thought I'll just dehydrate. Okay, most people would take them off the stems, but I can easily remove the parsley, you know, once it's dry from the stem. You know, you can rub it right off. It doesn't make that much for as big as the plant was. I'm next going to dehydrate my mint. So I dehydrated it in the oven at 170. And it says 30 minutes, but I just kept an eye on it. And then, you know, when it was really dry to the touch, I figured it's good enough. Ooh, my sandwiches look good. Okay, and then I made some mint tea. So, you know, you don't have to do anything earth-shaking to be productive. Make yourself 4 cups of tea. I usually have 2 cups hot and 2 cups, 2 cups iced tea. Okay, tonight I'm going to start it. I'm going to do the queen for a day on myself because I need it. I'm looking really rough around the edges. Cut. What I do is, since I can't go to the salon, one of my customers told me she used to do this. She would take a section, say if it was a curling iron or a roller, and she would just nip the ends off. So that's what I'm going to do to my hair. I mean, just an itty bitty bit so as not to destroy my haircut because I can't get to the salon because it's not safe enough yet. Highlight. So I don't do full-on highlights on myself at home, but what I have is this stuff that I bought at a Dollar Tree, and you buy it for $1. And so I have most of my gray hair. So what I do is I just take a little piece of hair and I put this stuff on and I leave it 15 or 20 minutes. It depends on your hair. Cut, highlight, color. Okay, wax. I lost my wax machine during the move, so I have to resort to these little razor things. And I use a magnifying glass and I carefully shave my eyebrows in, and then I shave my face, which is not the best. Okay, so manicure and pedicure, and shaving my whole body as well, because, you know, hairy women Most women don't like to be hairy. A lot of men don't like to be hairy. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Owie, owie, owie. So, you know, I'll shave my body. When you're doing a good job, you know, not just giving yourself a couple of licks, but I used to do this for a living, body wax. It takes a while. Ooh, yummy. These look good. So here's my tuna melts. Yum. That'll do. That's a tuna meal. Okay, and then I have these scrubs, you know, body scrubs. So I just, after I shave my entire body, I scrub my entire body with a scrub. And I rinse it off. Then I put a mask, you know, just a cheap mask from the Dollar Tree on my body. So shave, scrub, mask, rinse that off, and then I put a heavy duty moisturizer on, and when you massage it in, somehow you just look nicer. I mean, even if you just did that, if you don't have any scrub, just use some salt. Careful with the salt, because it can be a little bit abrasive. So here is the Queen for a Day. You can easily do this on yourself. There's all kinds of YouTube videos on that. But if you notice, if you can see the little pieces of highlight, I just take a little piece. It's very easy to do. Okay, so no. Okay, so now I'm starting this library thing. And so, you know, oh, and I forgot. I bought these glazed mini crullers, marked down of course, and there's not very many left to drink with my tea. So let me take out one. This is why I'm so fat, you guys. I'm just honest. These were good. They were cheap too. Okay, let's go with my tea. I also have cookies in the house. So okay. I have this book on feng shui, and it's pretty good, but where it's weak is on the kitchen. Out of this entire book, the kitchen is about 5 pages. That's weak. The kitchen is the most important room in the house. Really, why do you only have 5 pages in your book? So when you first feng shui, and this will really help, you spotlessly clean your house. That's the step that takes me forever. You get rid of anything broken, damaged, or soiled. I mean, even a crack, that's bad chi. I just do my best. I don't go crazy on this. Okay, so the idea of the feng shui is to live in harmony with nature. So, you know, my plants, my parsley plant gave up its life, but it gave me a lot of beautiful smells and scents in my house, and I will eat it in my food. And it will be the same with my rosemary and my mint. And I sprouted these. Look at my sprouts, you guys. I have a whole bunch of seeds. Basically, everything is sprouting. I'm kind of surprised about that. So living in harmony with nature. Your plants are your wood element. I have a lot of wood in my kitchen, so they say, you know, you have your fire, so you want to balance your fire with stone pots. So I'm looking for those. The stone pots balance your fire out. And then you have a lot of water, which would be your sink and your refrigerator. So I put the green curtain, but they mentioned using blue. But the green is like earth. You can use your own discernment on that. And then the plants are like nature. And then the fruit bowl is like, you know, fruit or nature. And your red bowls are like fire. So when I noticed it wasn't as good when I had all fire along here. This is much better. And then waterfalls are nice. And over in my corner, I'm thinking about a 5 gallon, maybe I can handle that, aquarium. And so, you know, I have some cactus and stuff. Those are going in the backyard. So that's all I wanted to say on the feng shui. Now, this guy I follow and always mess up his name. I'll mess it up. I forgot what it was. But he does tea parties and interior design. And so what he has is a bunch of books. So I don't have that many. I only have 2. I have this. I think I bought this at a thrift store. But this kind of stuff is expensive if you buy it at a bookstore. So if you can find it at a thrift store. So this is what I have in mind for my patio. I think this is an indoor patio, but I have an extra carpet in my living room, and you know, the patio furniture is pretty cheap and decent in thrift stores. So I have, in fact, my last apartment, I had a pretty nice little table, and the one before I bought in my old apartment, a really nice patio table. Okay, and this is what I mentioned to you in my backyard. I have a bunch of bricks, so I thought maybe I can come up with something like this and put my cactuses out there. I don't want to make my patio too inviting because there's coyotes and rabbits and animals and lots of insects that I don't really want to really attract, but I want to be able to go out there. And I mentioned to you guys that in my old apartments I had balconies, but I also have an upstairs balcony. And so I want to fix that up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I like to go out there, and maybe I will show you guys my neighbors, the coyotes. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.